A couple of weeks ago, Hailey.
Alright, what up YouTube? Back with another installment of Wavy Takes. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe or whatever you need to do to join the crew. We're gonna react to Hailey sending my boy DDG through the ringer. She been sending my boy through the ringer the past few days, so we're gonna react to Flacco video on that, see what he talking about.
A couple of weeks ago, Hailey Bailey dropped a petition with the courts for a restraining order in an attempt to ruin and destroy DDG's career. DDG finally responded back to that restraining order, and not only did he prove that he's not the aggressor, but that Hailey Bailey is actually a monster. I can't be the only one who noticed this trend. The women who are in scandals for being accused of lying on their spouses all have connection to the same group. Who that group is, figure it out yourself, because apparently they the boogeyman, bro, that you can't speak about on YouTube or else your channel get deleted. Her and whoever is managing her plans almost worked. The world almost believed DDG was a monster until the real receipts dropped. Now let's just rewind a little bit and let me remind you guys of exactly what Hailey accused DDG of. Right now, she would claim that DDG would chip her tooth and bruise her arms, and she would actually show the pictures of, I guess, the bruises and the chipped tooth. Here are the bruises. Again, this is pretty consistent with him grabbing her and trying to pull her from out the vehicle that he apparently didn't want her in because he was trying to leave and he felt like she was stalling. She also showed the chipped tooth, which you can see, yeah, there's parts of it, but these don't come across as bruises where, yo, he was like just wailing on you. Like, this come across as bruises that was occurred in a tussle. Right, like a tussle, like it was a violent tussle, but this don't come across as if, yo, he was Chris Browning you, because that's a different level of violence. But nonetheless, though, men shouldn't be putting their hands on women. Call the police. She's also in the restraining order painting DDG as an absolute weirdo. On top of the physical incident, she's painting DDG like he's like Jeffrey Dahmer's, bro. Like, he's doing some weird stuff, bro. Like, he's like creeping through like the cat hole, trying to get into the home, taking pictures of an empty bed. Like, he's doing some weird stuff according to her. Now, again, this is her view of the situation. This is her account of what happened. DDG hasn't spoken yet, but she's painting this man like a weirdo in this restraining order. She would say in March, before DDG filmed the video that we shown earlier in this video of him claiming that Hailey is keeping his son away from him. So she would claim that DDG actually creeped her out when he showed up at her home, entered without permission.
It's starting to seem like they just had a toxic relationship. Like, you know, they thought the Little Mermaid was sweet. Like, she's really out here. She be doing devious shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like, you know, from all the shit that's
her bedroom and texted a pic of Hailey's empty bed to her along with a text, "Now I know what you've been on." So apparently the bed was ruffled up a little bit, so DDG thought she was getting her cheeks clapped up.
Then they say this man jumping fences, breaking in houses. Like, it's who the fuck knows? It's too much detail.
Hailey says she interpreted text as DDG accusing her of sleeping with other people. Now, I'm not sure what her response was. She don't say. All right, she don't deny it, so I don't know. 4 days later, she claimed he really exploded when he came back to her house. Hailey told him she and the baby were sick and she didn't want Halo to leave the home. And she claims that's when he got verbally blank, smashed her Ring camera, and ran away with Hailey's phone. Now, here's the interesting part, bro. And here's the part where DDG is kind of cooked, if this is true. As he drove off, she claims that DDG threw the phone out his window and yelled to her, "Go get it, B." The incident prompted Hailey to go file a police report, and she says she also has a Ring footage to back up her side of the story. If she got that Ring footage, dog, if she...
Drop the knife. At Vistaprint, we print signs so people can see your brand up close. But we also print signs so that people can see your business here, see it here, and see it here, so you stand out. Even when they're way back here. Get 20% off signs and banners at Vistaprint.com.
If she got that ring footage like she says she does, it might be raps, bro. I'll be real, homie. This is also a custody battle, too. The reason why she was incentivized to show DDG as the worst person possible was because she wanted a judge to grant that restraining order and to grant her sole custody. The judge granted an emergency restraining order until DDG could respond and granted her an emergency sole custody. DDG response is she not only did things to him, but she's unfit to be in sole custody of their child, and he believes that he deserves primary custody of the kid because she's unstable. And I believe he proved his entire point. The first thing DDG really highlighted is that this restraining order that Halle Bailey seeked against him is entirely manipulation. It's manipulation to ruin his career and to get sole custody of the kid. Because he shows not only do Halle not need to be protected from him, but he's the one that needs to be protected from Halle. DDG would have.
And usually in these situations, like never does the dad win. But we're talking about DDG, right? So you got to think about it. Like this man is somewhat of a philanthropist. He's a streamer, a rapper. He has did boxing exhibitions, all types of stuff like that. So it's like you ain't finna just, say, oh, he put his hands on me, he unfit, I'm finna get full custody. Like, nah, y'all might have to really battle for this shit. It might be a battle. Especially if he could provide evidence that she was toxic too. So now it's like it makes it even worse.
Halle of unauthorized surveillance and stalking via Apple AirTags. Now, Halle Bailey allegedly placed multiple AirTags in DDG's vehicles and belongings to track his movements without his consent, constituting unauthorized surveillance and stalking specifically. In June of 2023, an AirTag was found beneath the back seat of DDG's Maybach, discovered after Halle Bailey showed up uninvited at a movie theater where DDG was with a female friend. DDG and Halle is broken up at this point. DDG can move on with his life, so he did. He took a girl that he was dating out on a date. Halle Bailey found out and caused absolutely chaos. DDG mom was there that night, and she actually gave a statement to the court, and this is the first-hand statement from someone who was present. So Halle Bailey has shown up uninvited to a movie theater in Beverly Hills where he was attending a film with a female friend. Petitioner called me directly that night, angry, stating that she knew Daryl was at the movies and made threats to F him up.
Boy, gotta be more smart. How she even know that though? He must got his location on. How she know you at the movie theater? And the way I guess, you famous. Anybody? Well, who knows?
George and I drove to the theater out of concern for Daryl's safety. When we arrived, they saw Halle outside the theater, visibly upset and attempting to confront and physically fight the woman he.
That's toxic. That's toxic. I ain't heard about DDG showing up nowhere. So she's showing up to the movie theaters trying to fight his date. That's crazy work. I mean, for Little Mermaid, that's crazy work, right?
Now, the mom says,
That's toxic.
I personally intervened to help de-escalate the situation. The next day, George, Daryl, and the mom thoroughly searched the Maybach and found an Apple AirTag hidden underneath the back
Wow.
seat.
So she putting AirTags in his whip. That's crazy. That's crazy. Apple AirTags? Yeah, he might get full custody, man. She tripping.
Clarify for everyone how Halle was able to track DDG's location to the movie theater. The severity and sickness of what just happened don't really register to a lot of people because it's a woman doing it to a man. If it was a man stalking his ex, putting AirTags in her vehicles, tracking her down, stopping her from dating, trying to confront any man she's talking to, that person will be called a sicko. They will be disavowed. They will be ostracized by everybody, and their career in Hollywood would essentially be over. This, to me, was the most concerning part of the quote-unquote stalking. They found an AirTag, a AirTag that was used to track pets. They found it in the baby's diaper bag, in Halo's diaper bag, hiding underneath the cardboard lining. This is the tracker in the first picture, is like a Hello Kitty tracker. And when you look it up on Amazon, it
Bro,
literally tells you this is a tracker for pets. And I wonder who
y'all
she learned
can't
that
be
from.
serious.
I wonder who gave her
Bruh.
the game of tracking. And when you look at
That's crazy. That is crazy.
on Amazon, it literally tells you this is a tracker for pets. And
Put
I
a kitty
wonder who
tracker
she
in a
learned that
baby
from.
bag, man.
I wonder who gave her the game of tracking.
After a car
That's
accident,
crazy
my
work.
client Maria quit her job because the pain was
Kitty
unbearable.
tracker in
We
the
made
baby
sure she
bag
got the
is
treatment she
crazy.
needed and the maximum compensation.
Kastan, Leka, and Boshin. Exceptional attorneys, superior results.
At Floor & Decor, timeless hardwood is beautiful and affordable.
My bad.
From traditional to
We're not gonna reference you know who. We're not gonna reference the boogeyman of YouTube that we can't really speak on. But I wonder where she got the idea to try. It's not like there's a lawsuit with people associated with her who's currently being sued for doing the exact same thing to their loved ones. I don't know, bruh. You see this smile? It looks innocent, right? But nah, bruh. This chick is one of the most destructive, evil, maniacal people I think I ever witnessed on the internet, because it did.
DDG look crazy sad in that picture. Look at his face. Why he look like he guilty? What the hell?
Just stop at tracking. She tried to put our boy DDG on a shirt. She really tried to send this man the Tupac. So she's telling him, answer the phone, answer the phone. I'm not playing. I'm going to try this one more time. Answer the phone, making threats. He responds back with, I just want to be left alone, please. She responds back with, I'm calling for help. I have a knife. So she begins to threaten him with the knife. And you know what happens, bruh? DDG asks, you have a knife for what? Why do you have a knife? He soon found out why she had the knife. He would allege that Hailey attacked him with the knife, and he actually suffered a pretty deep cut on his hand. The only thing going through my head as I'm reading this is the nerve. The nerve. That woman really went to them folks' courthouse and wasted their time, bruh. She really went to the LA courthouse, filed an emergency restraining order with these quote-unquote receipts that DDG was this horrible person who was stalking her and putting hands on her, only to find out that you are the culprit. It's as if she was confident that he wouldn't respond, that he was just going to sit back and allow her to ruin his career. She must have known these receipts existed. Or did she not think that he was taking pictures or documenting everything she was doing? This is absurd. Now, she's just not a danger to DDG, but she's also a danger to their baby. May 12th of 2024, an incident took place that I believe after this incident, Hailey should never have primary custody. Like DDG needs custody of their kid before something go horribly wrong. So on the 12th, she's texting DDG because apparently she wants to spend time with him. She says, I just thought we'd do what I wanted to do today since it's Mother's Day. But if you really want to go, you can. I'll just go home and pack. Hello, question mark. Now it's Mother's Day, but they're not together. They're not in a relationship. She wants to spend time with him. He's not obligated to spend time with her. It's Mother's Day. So he says, if you don't come back here, I'm going to call the police. I don't want you to do something stupid. That's because he realized that she took his gun when she was leaving. DDG writes, I'm going to give it 5 minutes. You have a son. I know you took my gun.
Whoa. Took my gun? Oh, yeah. This right here is damning evidence. She shouldn't have full custody of the child. She might be a little schizo for real. We need to look into this shit. Like, if you look at these text messages, like, that boy Daryl look concerned. That gun has no safety. I know you took my gun. You have a son. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. What the hell?
That gun has no safety. If the first thing you do when you're an emotional wreck or you don't get your way or you become sad is you go for a gun and do
Sketchy.
something stupid to yourself. That son, Halo should be in DDG's custody, bro. DDG should have full custody of his son. Because one parent is obviously an emotional wreck. One parent obviously have no self-control. So the father deserves to take over. This is insane. It sucks. And DDG is begging her, please don't do something stupid, please. And it's not until I think he threatened to call the police like about 5 times before she finally answers. He said, put it down. That's nothing to play with. She responds back with, you have ruined me. These chicks be having your baby and think you owe them everything. They have your kid and think that your life is now centered around them. No, your life is centered around that baby. So when she says, in all my happiness, your happiness ain't his priority. Yo, she's out here going off, bro, talking about you're the only help I used to have. And that's kind of crazy because she had a crazy support system when it came to tearing down DDG. When she filed that lawsuit, everyone came out the woodworks, including her family, to support her, to go against DDG. But when it comes to what really matters, the only person helping her was DDG. So if she tries to shame him for getting money, like, bro, this man is trying to become famous and get money, so you don't have leverage over him. From these messages, the cycle is pretty apparent. They can be a family. He can see his son as long as he does things that don't piss her off. But the minute she goes online and sees DDG moving on or hanging out with another chick, in this case, when DDG went to Mexico with another person, she apparently lost it. And all of a sudden, he can't see his kid no more. She's being vindictive. So she writes, how could you openly talk ish about me to all your family and all the women you want to sleep with? You want to ruin me, and you succeeded. Now, first off, I thought Hailey was this super intelligent, super educated.
I was just about to say that. Why the hell does she text like that? She can't fucking spell. Like, this can't be Hailey Bailey texting. He's supposed to be millionaires and can't read and write. What the fuck?
And why does she type like this?
What is
This
that?
message thread between Hailey and DDG shows that this chick is an absolute psycho, bruh. So she's going on, I called because I needed help, because you've shown time and time again that you just don't care. Whatever I decided to do is none of your concern. Just leave me in peace. So these are like dog whistles for, oh, I'll do something to myself. So then he writes, I came there to check on you. For you to act like you're gonna do something to yourself to make me feel some type of way is manipulative and selfish. I never thought you would do nothing like that. She puts, I never thought you would leave either. Guess I didn't know you at all. So she's equating him leaving her to live his life but still want to be in his son's life. He just don't want to be with her anymore. She's equating that to apparently the logical solution for him moving on and dating other people is I'm gonna manipulate you with harm to myself so you can't sleep well at night because you're worrying about me. This chick is psycho. Right? So it continues, bro. You can see where he says, you literally told me to leave. This push and pull ish you keep doing is childish. You keep threatening to leave me alone and saying you can F with somebody else. I'm not sticking around for that. So
This is how you deliver aid without empowering terror. 4 humanitarian aid centers have been established across.
So you see again, is more messages, okay? Again, more threats. I'm gonna call you one more time. Just how she talks, like she speaks as if she's like the authority in his life, as if he's not a grown man, bruh. And then it goes, you don't want to be with me, that's okay. I will never beg anyone. I will be successful. I don't need to be with someone who is going to demean me. You like that? I'm insecure. It makes you feel good about yourself. I'm not doing this anymore. Keep your phone on airplane mode. But when I die, don't say ish. That's her go-to. Her go-to is always making these threats. Don't come to my funeral or anything. F you. This woman is highly manipulative. Highly manipulative, bruh. Highly. And to think that she dropped that petition knowing that these receipts existed to what? To tear down DDG? Yo, I feel like she's gotten to a point, bro, where she's so psychotic that she's just making decisions not really knowing what she's doing, bro. Because to file that petition against DDG, asking for a restraining order, knowing you were the culprit, you were the one who's the problem, F you. I'd be happy that these are the last texts you get from me. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Yo, I can't even read anymore, okay? If you guys want the full link to um this particular document, drop your emails in the comment section. I would try to like I would try to send out the full document. I know it's pretty hard for people to find this document itself. They only see snippets of it. So if you want the full document, just drop your email. I'll send it to all of you guys so y'all can read the full document for yourselves. It's about 92 pages. It'll be a good read for the night, man. But yo, this is unfortunate. This is sad, man. DDG.
So overall, what we got from this is, Hailey is extremely toxic. It could have brought a little toxicness out of DDG, but from them messages, it's like you threatening suicide, you grabbing, taking weapons, you putting air tags and baby bags. Like, what the fuck is going on? This Little Mermaid we talking about here, man. Like, I could see why he would want to try to get full custody. I mean, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good for her. I thought she was a sweetheart too. Little did we know. But if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, man. This the DDG stuff, man. I mean, I guess we're gonna find out more information if they go to court or whatnot.
almost had his career ruined by a lie. And there's no coincidence, man. Megan Thee Stallion, Halle Bailey, they're being represented by similar parties, man. Let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel like DDG is doing something wrong, or is he the victim?